So let's take another look at the different counts in state and federal court that Alice mentions. On the federal level, Mangione faced federal stalking charges, both resulting in death. And then in state court, the top charge is second-degree murder, followed by weapons and forgery charges.
All right, joining us now is attorney and legal expert Richard Schoenstein. And you can't try someone twice for the same crime, same charges. Richard, you know that. But does double jeopardy apply now?
That is going to be a hotly contested issue. We already have a brief in from Mangione's attorneys that's excellent, has a lot of case authority in it, is well argued. The question is whether those federal charges, which are interstate stalking resulting in death, are substantially similar to the state charge, which is intentional murder. And of course, the defense argues they are because they both involve killing Brian Thompson. That's the centerpiece of both charges. The government is going to argue that they're different because the federal charges are focused on stalking and the interstate travel portion, and the state charges don't require any of that.
So we know that he could face life in prison for this. He has no prior criminal record, but what other factors could play into the amount of time that he spends in prison?
So under the federal guidelines, the maximum sentence for these crimes is life in prison, but he gets initially a point reduction because he pled guilty, and an additional point reduction because he's doing it substantially in advance of the trial. And so the 3-point reduction takes him down from a 43 on the scale to a 40 on the scale. And instead of life, you're looking at a sentence that would be between 24 and 30 years. And in the federal system, he can shave 15% off of that if he conducts himself well in prison.
So just from a legal aspect, though, we understand that there's the federal case and then there's the state case. They're obviously separate. And when you look at the paper, you see the different charges. But the DA's office can't be happy about this.
Oh, I think it's a gut punch for the DA's office. I mean, I think there's an argument that the federal government just completely cut the legs out from under the New York DA's office by reaching this agreement, you know, less than a month from the state trial. The only thing I'd say about it is I'm not sure they totally had choice. I mean, Mangione pled guilty to the federal counts. He was empowered to do that. There is no written agreement. There is no deal per se with the government. He was entitled to do that.
But 24 years or less, that's a substantially lower time that he could get.
That's an incredible result. When you consider this is about the most premeditated killing you can get. He manufactured the weapon. He stalked the guy, he found out where he would be, he crossed state lines, and he shot and killed him by his own admission. And he might be out while he's still in his 40s. Wow.
Tactical move by his lawyers, for sure.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Richard Schoenstein, thank you so much.
And do stay with us for continuing coverage of today's guilty plea. We have details on Mangione's admission and a full explainer on double jeopardy on our website, cbsnewyork.com.